Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Prey, Blind. I only have a couple of side quests left to finish before I confront Alex as part of the main quest, so let's just get on to that.
Hello, nice to see you.
Actually,
Diagnosing superficial injuries. Nothing a portable medical team can handle. This won't take long.
so let's get on to completing those objectives. This goes back to the lobby, which is actually good, because I want to go there. Let's check. Okay, so where exactly in the cargo bay would the... Ah, okay. He's over here somewhere.
When will this end?
What caused this? Those... With the lifts working, we have a chance to retake the station. Thank you.
Hello, are you here for
With the
an
lifts
appointment?
operational, we can start taking back the station.
Nicole. So she didn't make it. You didn't have to do this, but Thank you, sir. And Morgan? I owe you an apology. Once you vanished into the sim lab, Sarah asked me to try and learn what I could from the psychotronic staff, discreetly. I took too long, but I learned you were in the lab without your consent. I didn't even consider that possibility. When we heard, Sarah was quick to begin action against your brother, but then, well, things fell apart. I should have worked harder, dug deeper, especially after all you've risked for us. I'm sorry.
Okay, so that's pretty interesting actually. So it... Although... To be honest, I'm still not sure at which point did the switch take place, because obviously they assume it was Morgan who was placed in the simulation against his will, but to be honest, at this point there is maybe not overwhelming, but...
Now that we are secure here, we can hold out indefinitely. If you send other survivors here, I will protect them.
Maybe not overwhelming.
You got to Micah, thank God. I wasn't sure she'd be able to hold out.
But very strong evidence that I'm actually a Typhon who's been taught to be Morgan. So I'm not sure at which point the original Morgan, the human, sort of fell out of the picture and what exactly happened to him.
You know, if you ever wanted to work with my team when we get off this death trap, I'd consider it. You'd have to report to me, though. And I'm not as friendly as it may seem. If you ever want a job in security, let me know. I could put in a good word. I might know some people. Dr. Morgan, thank you. I feel like we have a chance now. This doesn't wipe away what you and your brother did, but you're different than I expected. Good in a fight, too. Why did Micah go to your office? Are you too bad? Never mind. I don't want to know. That girl can barely see her past that torch she's carrying.
Okay.
Hello, good to see you again, Dr. Hughes.
With the lifts running, I might be able to get to crew quarters. See if Nicole made it.
Wait, I just told you she's dead. Well, I guess he's in shock or something. or most likely the developers forgot to turn off that generic remark after I've already finished the quest, but so I'm going back to the lobby then. Okay, so let's go back to my office.
There. Morgan, hooked up some more supplies. Take what you need, and don't be shy about using it. I don't think they will.
Okay, so I have another chipset. Propulsion generation 2. I'm using 1, right? So I can disable this, enable this, grounding resistor. If I use 2, is it going to stack? I don't think so.
Morgan.
I haven't had much success in calling up more fabrication plans, but I did have a design for a psychoscope chipset I've been tinkering with. I'd be honored if you found some use for it. Thank you. It's a strange feeling. I hold Leitner's gift to the world in my hands. He will live on. I wish my wife could have heard him play again. That was brave of you, to recover the connectomes for me. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you and TranStar have done for me. The pigeon thing was maddening. In the end, the programmers found out an animation file was misnamed.
Okay, let's recycle some stuff.
I'd like to listen to it now. If you're ready, Morgan.
Okay. That's probably going to be pretty traumatizing. Let's use the upgrade as well. So, shotgun is fully upgraded. The Q-beam is fully upgraded, although I still wanted to scrap the other one. And just be careful not to scrap the upgraded one. Okay, do I still have it? I do. So, I guess I'm upgrading the pistol now. It's not like I have much choice left. Okay, let's listen to that recording then. Wait, that's not it. And do I do it by talking with her?
Got stationed in engineering because paraplaxis prevented me from being a pilot. Now a pilot's what we need. I can't believe you were able to find it after all this time.
How do we listen to it? Do I have to replay it for her from here? Oh, there's a couple of new notes. Morgan's note refers to about the poltergeist. Prefers to ambush prey, uses psychokinetic action to throw objects, stunted legs make it slow, Use a typhoon lure to help it attack or wait for it to attack. Well, I guess the typhoon lure makes a lot of sense for this particular one. How do I play the message?
I'm feeling much better. Legs are fine. Vision's
luck
clear.
finding a way off
Those
the station?
boosters did the trick.
I'll look for more neuromods while you're gone.
Ah, okay, it's here. Well,
Initiating test procedure 29. Variant C, subject V-010655-32.
I don't...
Subject 32 is in the chamber.
Psychoscope's on, everyone.
Do you have a family?
Prep the Typhon Cacoplasmus.
I have a daughter. They took me from her. I was promised I would see her again. I signed your papers.
Let's stay focused, everyone.
Your family. You must hate them very much to do this. I hear it in your voices.
Track his vitals.
32 is showing signs of distress. Elevated cortisol, heart rate, perspiration. Nothing in the red yet.
Look at me. Look at the man you're killing.
Mimic is in the tube.
Permission to release?
Morgan?
Morgan?
What you do kills us both.
Release.
Typhon Cacoplasma specimen is in the chamber with subject 32. Subject vital signs are gone.
Make a note. Replication followed the usual pattern. Appears unaffected by the subject's age. Morgan, did you get a good scan?
Yeah, data looks good. Scrub it and send it up to me as soon as you can. I want a new design on the mimicry connectomes before I dive into the sim again.
oh, what do you think about it? Are you going to attack me?
Chief Ilyushin, this is a complicated matter.
Shut up. You performed the procedure? The what? Killed him? And you knew? Why? You didn't know. You don't even know what you've done.
Chief Ilyushin, Morgan has no memory of the log you've listened to.
Go to hell, January. You speak with his voice. You might as well be his conscience. Lack of conscience. And to think, Morgan, I thought you were trying to help me. Why would you save me to do this? To buy back some guilt? So I'd forgive you? My father is right. You don't understand. Your father, mother, your stupid, deluded brother. You will never understand family. You don't even understand what it means to be human. Get the hell away from me.
Well, you're in my office, so I don't know how this is supposed to work. Like, shouldn't you leave? But to be honest,
I don't understand. Morgan.
to be honest, this ended less violently than I expected. And she's obviously right to be angry with me, but then again it's very complicated because first of all I don't remember doing that, and second of all at this point there is a high enough probability that the Morgan that did that and the quote-unquote Morgan that I'm playing are not even the same person. And again, I thought it was curious that she said you don't even know what it means to be human, which again might be, you know, a little bit on the nose regarding the suggestion.
A deluxe cabin. Oh, Alex must have liked you.
Doctor, you did. My quarters were right next to Dr. Calvino.
I take it back. Maybe Alex did not like you.
I hardly think slandering one of the doctors is productive at this time. Calvino is dead, and he was a skilled doctor. He deserves our respect.
That's irony coming from you, after all the respect you showed Morgan in a sim lab.
Dr. Yu, both of them, approved the experiment.
Really? What about the third Dr. Yu, the one with us now? Not sure our Morgan approves.
So
Morgan.
the part about not even knowing what it means to be human, might have been a little bit on the nose regarding the whole theory about me being a typhon who's being taught how to behave like a human.
You really need to organize your tools better. I would hate to see your living quarters.
Well, apparently you're not so mad anymore. Which is interesting.
I tried to get Alex's permission to recalibrate the floor level indicator, but, well, Alex was always... Why bother? He assumed you wouldn't notice, and you'd forget anyway.
Okay, how many materials do I have? Because I should probably create something.
Morgan.
Like a bunch of shotgun shells or something? Okay, I think that's enough for now. How about some neuro mods? Like, I don't know, 3 or 4? Okay. I still don't have enough for the next level of mobility. So let's take a look at my quests. So there is this, which is in Alex's office safe, which I'm going there anyway for the main quest. I'm not doing this because I think it's a stupid idea to put some psychoactive particle injector in the water. This is ongoing, I guess. And this, I don't think I'm going to do it, because this is just some 6 drop points around Talos I, and I don't have any concrete, log of where I'm supposed to look for them, so it's kind of pointless. And this, I do have a bunch of maps, but the way they work is a little annoying, because I have a set of maps over here in the, where is it? In the notes, for example, right here, but I would have to go location by location and look at this, quit the screen, bring up the map of the level and compare it. So it seems very tedious to me, and I don't think I'm going to do it. Like, the quest, I guess, is kind of interesting, but the way, well, the quest, by the quest I mean the idea of a treasure hunt, but the way I would have to do it seems very tedious to me, and I'm just not as interested as to go through all of the station and check every map and compare it against this drawing. No, not this, but not only this, because there are 4 of them. Well, actually 3 left, because I found one, so I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to go and talk to Alex. Maybe I will have something to do if I ever choose to replay this game.
Attention. Station leadership has issued an alert. All personnel should report to muster stations immediately and await further instructions.
Is this the nightmare? Yeah, I think it is. But I can actually kill it with reasonable success. At least I could if I didn't screw it up. Okay. So, let's go and talk to Alex. Okay, that was kind of hilarious in how inept it was. Okay, it's a weaver. Let's go to Alexiou's office.
Morgan, I won't be joining you. Don't worry, there's no trick. Just a gift from your big brother. It's the truth, like I promised. Took me a while to dig it up. Someone wanted to hide it from you. My computer, another video. Give it a look and we'll talk. I'm sending you the password, assuming you haven't hacked your way in yet.
I have, actually. But one of my objectives tells me to check out a safe in Alex's office. But I would have to find it first. Because, who is December? Search Alex's for key code to a safe in Alex's office. So is it in there? And if so, how do I... What is an alternate way of accessing this? So there has to be one, right? Usually there is in this game. They wouldn't hardlock you to just a single neural mod. You would have to lift the heavy object to get there. There has to be... an alternate way in. Although, I guess I can also recycle the box.
Once things get as bad as they probably are, your only option is to escape. Get the word out about what's happening on Talos I. Alex has a private escape pod. It's locked up.
I made a copy of the key and hid it on top of the data tower, near the chair. You know the one I'm talking about. Listen, there's more at stake this time than just us, or this station. If just one of those creatures made it back home, then we're lost. I keep having this dream. I'm just staring into the black between the stars. There's something there. I know there is. I just can't see it. But it sees me. I can feel it. Hate us. I know you know what I'm talking about. Or you will, soon.
Okay, so there's supposed to be search Alex's room for the escape pod key. Near, it said something about near the chair or under the chair.
Good evening, Talos. Dr. Hadley Dalton will deliver a supplemental seminar on neural connectomes in the lobby training center later this week. Sounds exciting. Space is limited, so reserve your seat by emailing Dr. Dalton.
But also something about a data tower. I have no idea what a data tower is. Ah, in crew quarters. Damn it. That's kind of annoying, to be honest. I guess for now, let's watch that video Alex was talking about.
My name is Morgan Yu. Year is 2035. I'm aboard the Talos I research facility. What else?
Why are we making this video?
Right. Because my big brother is paranoid. Psychometric data is showing statistically significant variance in personality patterns between trial runs of the new neuromods. Whatever. I feel more like myself than ever. I mean, look at this. We did it, Alex. It's real.
Enjoy it while you can, because in a few minutes, it'll all be gone when we strip out the neuromods and reset.
I know, including my memory of it.
No way around it. Let's talk about the backup.
So, the Typhon organisms have been producing an elaborate structure. Material is unknown, purpose unknown. And my gut tells me it's a kind of neural framework, but externalized. Still waiting on analysis to confirm. In the meantime, I've given Alex the design for a device I think could shut it down if it ever broke containment. Alex just has to grow a pair and commit.
You don't have to take all the credit. What if it doesn't work?
It'll work. Trust me. What else are we gonna do? Blow everything up? That won't save us.
And if it does work, is it worth it?
The people that come after us will be smarter, stronger, immortal. They can judge us if they want. But they'll know they exist because of the things we did. I'm ready. Do it.
To be honest, I don't feel like this.
Well, there you have it. Everything I've done is what you've asked me to do. I didn't think you'd believe me unless you heard it from your own mouth. The tests, they changed you. Not a lot at first, but eventually, the constant stripping of your memory, I didn't know who you were anymore. All I want is to have my brother back so we can finish what we started. The device you mentioned, it's an advanced version of the null wave. It's the only way to stop the Typhon without destroying everything we've been working toward. We're just missing some scan data from the coral to complete the design. Help me finish this, Morgan. And then, you can have my arming key. I don't believe you want to use it anymore, but you can have it. I left a chip set for you on my desk. You'll need to upgrade your psychoscope to scan the coral. I'll send you the scan locations.
Okay, to be honest, I don't think this video told me anything I didn't already know?
Morgan, January was right. It was not you. But I keep hearing your voice and my father's voice. And it was not you. I know. You saved me because you wanted to. That is not the same person on the recording. Something's changed. I need to see that. I'm better now. I'll do what I can to get...
Oh, damn it. I didn't want to really do that. Well, I do need a coral detector.
Station alive, but that log is coming with me. If you truly want forgiveness, you'll help me get it to where it belongs. No matter what that means for you and TranStar.
Yeah, I think she's right. Although, again, that all kind of depends on whether this was literally a different person. Because if it was, then I can't be responsible for that. But that remains to be determined. I don't think this video told me anything I didn't already know, but...
Morgan, that video was... I'm still checking it against my directives. But if scanning the coral will grant you access to Alex's arming key, then perhaps it's the best course. Perhaps knowing the coral's purpose will reinforce your decision to destroy Talos I. Just be careful. We're running out of time.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do it because, maybe Alex's arguments will be convincing to me and I will manage to solve this problem without killing everyone on board, including myself. But if it isn't, then I can always take his arming key afterwards and destroy it anyway. I would like to know what his argument is. So what do I have to do? Scan the coral in the exterior, but I guess first there is...
Hello, are you here for an appointment?
I do have a thingamajig keycard for Alex's suite
Diagnosing
in the crew quarters.
Nothing a portable medical kit can handle. Good as new. You can fill out a service questionnaire at the front desk.
So let's go and check it. I don't remember if there's an airlock out here. But that should be pretty quick. Now I guess why January might not want me to get, to survive is specifically because of what the real Morgan said on the video. Well, assuming it was a real Morgan, but I think it was because it would make sense. He said if even one of the Typhon makes it back on Earth, then the Earth is screwed. Like, I'm paraphrasing, obviously. If the character I'm playing currently is a Typhon, then obviously it must be destroyed, right? To protect Earth. But as I said, I am going to do what Alex wants me to do, because I can't see any harm in that, to be honest, for now. I want to see what's his program and what's his argument. I was reading the program from here. What's his argument and, what's his plan? And maybe it's actually better than my plan. I'm not ruling it out. Optimizer. Reduces the psi cost of energy powers. I have that already. TranStar rewards program. Neuromods and bonuses. At TranStar, we believe in rewarding employees who perform at exemplary levels. Through our recognition program, employees who are recommended for promotion or recommendation are also eligible to receive neuromods from the list found in the appendix. Please note, These incentives are subject to limitations outlined in the Section 13 and may be revoked or removed at TranStar's discretion, especially in cases of employee termination, disciplinary action, or emergency protocols. It's actually kind of fucked up when you think about it, how your company, your employer in this universe can literally repossess parts of your brain when they fire you. Like, they can repossess, and remember that it also removes chunks of your memory, right? So they can literally repossess your memory upon firing you. Which is kind of deranged. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be. Anything in the bathroom? Terraforming Mars, I read that already. Starbender Cycle Book 6, Dark Star Rising, I didn't read that. Oh, there's an achievement for reading all of the parts. Well, I assume it's all of the parts because I just got it. It wouldn't make sense to give an achievement for reading some of them. The three suns of Ben Kellar were melting into one, another in the sky, twisted in their death throes as the dark star anomaly devoured them with disconcerting alacrity. Trevor had managed to navigate the deadly debris whirling around the anomaly and crash land Empress Tourmaline's Royal Raptor cruiser at the base of Mount Mool, the synthetic geopyramid which they were now surmounting. They stood panting beside the synthstone altar, its receptacle pulsing with crimson light. "One minor detail I left out, Trevor," the Empress said between labored breaths. "We put this into the altar, and it devours the anomaly, taking us with it in the process," Trevor replied, a wink in his grim smile. "You knew the whole time?" Trevor wrapped his fingers around hers, both of them holding the Starbender prism. "I was born for this," Trevor replied as he pushed the prism into the altar. Okay. Let's log into his computer. However, there was supposed to be... It said something about a data tower and a chair? What would a data tower be? Okay, maybe the emails will enlighten me. Trouble with illusion. "Alex, your chief engineer just sent a flunky down here to install the upgraded door sensors. We took the sensors and turned the engineer away. Hudson disassembled one of them and found there was something inside. A listening device. What the hell is this about? Recently she tried to request records from Neuro Division. Volunteer records, Alex. I don't think I can overstate the seriousness of this situation. You need to get a handle on illusion." No subject. "Alex, you've made it my duty to keep everyone on the station in good physical condition." This is about his physicals, which I read already. "Security footage. I cannot find any camera footage on Chief Illusion leaving Morgan's quarters. It either does not exist or has been deleted. When questioned, Morgan said it was an engineering matter and does not want it filled with human resources. If you want to know more, I suggest you speak to Morgan directly. I will follow up with Chief Illusion as ordered." Mikhailov follow-up. "In speaking with Chief Illusion, she admitted that the visit concerned a medical matter and requested the visit not to be misconstrued. Upon your orders, I reminded her again that has there been any change in her relations with Morgan Yu, she should need to notify HR. I consider this matter closed and would prefer such inquiries be left off of my duty roster in the future. Okay, that didn't really help me. Because there was supposed to be something about a chair and some kind of a data. A key to Alex's room in crew facilities. Yeah, I'm currently in there. Search Alex's room for the escape pod key. There was something about a chair and a data tower, but I don't even know what a data tower is, and there are not that many chairs around here, generally speaking. Oh, wait, that's a globe. That's not a... Well, is it a globe? I think it is. Well, regardless, I guess that doesn't really matter. What matters is that I have the key. Now, is there an airlock here? Nope. So I need to go back to the Arboretum. Oh! I could escape Talos using the thingamajig, Alex's personal escape pod. But I don't think I will, because obviously that seems a bad idea regardless. Even if I'm just Morgan Yu, the human, it would still be very callous and kind of a dick move to leave everyone to their fate here without solving the Typhon menace. And to be honest, I think it would endanger Earth in the long run as well. And if I am Morgan Yu, the Pretender, then that would be even an even worse idea. So I don't think I'm going to do that. However, I might check if something happens if I approach the... Like, you know, if for example January or Alex are going to contact me, if I approach the thingamajig. If I approach the bridge, because it's right here. Wait, is it right here? What am I even doing? Talos I bridge. No, it's not this. Was I ever here? Let me just quickly check. Because I was thinking about a bridge, but it's not called a bridge. It is a bridge up there in the Arboretum. There is a bridge, like a long railing, that leads to an escape pod. But I'm not sure if I was ever on the actual bridge. No. Interesting. Interesting. Matt Cawthorn. Escape pods. Wait. So, was I here? I was at the escape pods, so... Is it just a different set of them? I guess there are a couple of... There's probably more than, like, 6 or something at this station of this size. think I wasted both of them actually, which is kind of hilarious. Oh, it's actually doubly hilarious because the other one wasn't even a phantom. It's just a bunch of those spores. I'm an idiot. I'm a colossal idiot overall. Increases the duration of the machine mind. Increases the maximum hypo. I don't care. Yeah, I don't think I can initialize launch. Or can I? I can't. I tried that before. There's an error
This
message.
escape pod is currently
Yeah,
experiencing a malfunction.
Obviously.
Engineering has been notified. Please use another.
Obviously. Could I always open all of them? Even in the other bay? If I could, then I might be a little bit of an idiot because I didn't. And there might have been someone inside. I guess there isn't here. Anything down here? Nope. Hull integrity failure. Penny Tennyson. 3 emails. Yeah, I should probably deal with the Phantom. Okay, let's read the emails.
I don't want to alarm you, but there's been a launch from the Argus platform. Board of Directors has caught wind of the situation here. I suppose it was inevitable despite my efforts. That's why it's important we act quickly, decisively. They'll try to take this out of our hands, Morgan.
Where are you? Hello, Penny. The operator I sent to you is cycling now, unable to locate you. Is there something wrong with your tracking bracelet? Did you leave Talos? LOL. I heard there was an accident down there in the cargo bay. I hope you're okay. Let me know when you get this. Thanks. Peter Coleman. Readings around Talos. Hi, Peter. At last I have a free day to take the solar energy readings around Talos to validate shielding efficiency. I'll be all over the place for the next 24 hours, and I will post my itinerary below. Please let me know if you will be running any particle processes, since it may influence my readings. Thanks. Hello, Penny. We are running a variety of processes that may influence your data. I have your itinerary, so I will dispatch a science operator with you, with some tools to help you get clean readings. Keep a lookout for it. Good luck. Izumi's surprise birthday party. I got an achievement for something, but to be honest, for now I can't know what it was. Izumi's surprise birthday party. Hey everybody, I talked with Captain Marks, and she agreed to give us all half hour at the end of shift tomorrow to celebrate Izumi's birthday. If you bring a present, put it in the small table in the briefing room. We all head there under the guise of a meeting and surprise her with a toast and presents. I'm going to pester Will for a real cake. Fingers crossed. Remember, it's a surprise. Aye. Okay. Wait, is there a observation deck? Captain's loft. Okay. Increases your movement while sneaking. I don't care.
What do you have for me, Cothran?
Chief, yeah, so I checked that flight plan for the volunteer shuttle like you requested. You're right, it went dark for 12 minutes before it resumed a path towards Earth, but at a slightly different trajectory than before. It's almost unnoticeable, like it left from a different part of the station or changed its flight pattern around Talos.
12 minutes? What about the other shuttles?
It's only the volunteer shuttles, but it's all of them. They go dark 8 to 10 minutes after leaving the station, then suddenly reappear. The VIP shuttles don't show the same irregularity.
Got it. Don't talk to anyone about this.
About what, Chief?
Exactly. Good work, Matt. Elazar out.
Is it because they are like dumping their bodies? Because, you know, the official story is that the volunteers are returning to Earth, right? Station monitor, life support. But obviously they are dead. Like they are all getting killed. So are they like dumping their bodies into space or something? Like, why did the course change? Sky Braxton. New people. I can't wait for the new hires. And wipe that smile off your face. I know you're smirking. I just pray there's no new folks in psychotronics as part of the Earthside rotation. Agreed. I still can't believe you agreed for that extra neuromod, knowing how creepy those psychos are. But worse, their lack of personality is contagious. Even Morgan's got glassy eyes now. Hasn't smiled or made a joke in, what, a month? Yeah, it's probably because it's not Morgan. My money is still on that. Station monitor, power plant. Oh, briefing room. Okay, there's supposed to be some presents under the table or somewhere? I guess where exactly is kind of immaterial at this point, because I'm probably going to find it anyway. Penny Fulbright. I should be able to hack it with no problem. Sky Braxton. Pistol critical, I don't really care. I'm not using the pistol that much at this point. After the space race. Excerpts from the chapter The End of the Space Race, the 90s. Now that the space travel was a reality, the new challenges become 1. How to recoup beyond a simple military and science gains, and 2. Fighting the argument that both those groups were ill-equipped to do so. For corporations, the value of space travel was in the acquisition of real estate in what amounted to international waters, especially what laws governed such extraterritorial claims. This allowed for ethical loosening of constraints, as well as added security in both containing accidents and the messaging of accidents on a space station laboratory. Yeah, this is also pretty crazy actually, how this is an you know, well, I'm losing my words at this point because I'm pretty tired, but this is a, what do you call it? Like, it's an extra legal space. No laws, no Earth laws apply on this place because it's not claimed by any single government. It is entirely owned by a corporation. So pretty much the corporation makes its own law on the entirety of this station, which is kind of deranged. Like, you know, they may pay lip service to Earth governments, but in practice, I suppose there is no actual oversight. And even if it is, it's probably so loose. It's probably, you know, maybe they have an obligation to like make reports back to Earth, but you know, they can just write whatever. It's such a distance that you can't effectively control what's happening here. And if something happens, they can spin the news about it whatever way they want. I hope today is memorable and happy. Happy birthday. I guess she got the crossbow as a gift. Time to retro fire. Something about the moon. Activity status. Blah blah blah. Greenwich mean time. Orbit number. Well, I don't really know what this is about. Okay. Okay, I was here before. However, there is also a tunnel that goes down. I have a feeling I will probably need to return here at some point, because, you know, if where would a self-destruct sequence be initialized if not on the bridge? I might as well get the lay of the land. Okay, I'm not sure what was the point on that. Captain's loft. Actually, who is the captain of this station? Well, they have a pretty nifty chair, that's for sure. Jada Marks.
This is Captain Jada Marks. I'm setting down for posterity my deliberation over the fate of the shuttle Advent. I'm unable to determine with confidence if the Advent departed before being contaminated by the life forms presently overwhelming Talos I. Best guess, based on telemetry data, Advent departed approximately 30 minutes prior to the first incident report logged by security. 30 minutes. It is within that narrow gap of uncertainty I must decide whether or not to remote detonate the shuttle and its 5 passengers. They may very well be flying a cargo hold full of mimics to an unsuspecting Earth. They may not.
Captain! We could sure as hell use that golden gun right about now!
I don't...
So basically, what the game is wanting me to do is decide whether I have the right to kill 5 possibly innocent people to prevent danger to Earth. I talked about that at length in the tutorial, actually, because that was kind of relevant to one of the questions posed in the questionnaire that Morgan was solving. as part of his testing. And generally speaking, I would say the answer is no. Like, although I guess that's interesting because I just realized that I am literally trying to do that on a much greater scale to the entirety of this station. Because I was about to say the answer is no unless the people agree to that. For example, I could kill myself to stop it, or someone who has volunteered, who has agreed to lay down his life. But I just realized, as I said, that basically my main plot point is to do exactly that to the entirety of this station, which still contains, like, I don't know, at least 20 alive people, and perhaps more, because, maybe, presumably a station of this size would have had hundreds of employees, and they are just not all represented inside the game. So to be honest, I'm coming off a little bit hypocritical right about now. I might have to rethink my whole approach, but I guess I haven't done anything yet, and I was planning to work with Alex for a little bit to maybe think about an alternative. Now, would a bunch of, I guess the question is, how many mimics do you need to overwhelm the entirety of Earth? And can such a number be contained in one shuttle? Theoretically, yes, because, to be honest, a single can of soup can be one mimic. You can have hundreds of them, and obviously at first the people back Earth will be overwhelmed by what's happening because they currently don't know. The info hasn't gotten out yet, so they wouldn't know what's happening, and they wouldn't be able to effectively counter it. So I guess the question is, do I sacrifice 5 people who might be innocent, or do I risk greater suffering and destruction on Earth? As I said, as a general principle, I would say it's a bad idea to assume that I can sacrifice people against their will just because of some theoretical greater danger in the future, because following this train of thought to its logical extreme end would lead you to atrocities I don't really even want to describe, because you would basically, once you treat human life as a number, then you can do whatever with it, just as long as one number is greater than the other. And I don't think this is right. I don't think this is a good thing to do. Now, obviously, some could call me a stupid person for, valuing the lives of those 5 people kind of more than the lives of the people that might die. But the thing is, for me, it's not that I value it more or less. It's like, it's uncountable. And I feel like, the people that would die on Earth, if there are aliens inside that thingamajig shuttle, it's not exactly my fault. Like, it's the aliens' fault. Like, I'm not sure if I'm coming out clear enough at this point, because, as I said, I'm very tired and it's difficult for me to be articulate, especially in a language that's foreign to me. But what I'm trying to say is, those people dying in an event of an alien invasion would be a tragedy, of course, but...
Good evening, Talos. Mr. Tucker from HR would like to remind you that if your personal data has changed since the previous pay cycle, please contact him immediately. Mr. Tucker's office is on the 2nd floor of the lobby.
But I don't think I can be directly blamed for that, and I don't think it's a good strategy to kill possibly innocent people to prevent a possible harm, because those 5 people are not responsible for that either. It's the aliens that are responsible. It's not those people's fault that they were possibly on a shuttle that had some aliens in it. So, it's one of those questions, I guess, where there's no real good answer, and I guess that's why such situations were always a crux of those moral philosophies, and they argued over the exact same kind of scenario, which was very similar to what just happened, because it's one of those that they all discussed it and they all had their own view on it, but it wasn't. But in the end, it solved nothing because everyone was still convinced by a different moral philosophy. So in the end, it didn't really help, because just because I can articulate my arguments for what I just did does not erase my doubts. It's not like I don't see the other side of the argument, because I do. So, those moral philosophies, I sometimes feel like those systems of ethics are kind of worthless, because they only work with decent efficiency in situations where you don't really need them, because as soon as you encounter a situation that's really morally dubious, they all kind of fall apart, because they might offer some arguments for or against in each case, but they are not so definite as to convince everyone. So in the end, everyone still has their own opinion, and everyone still would probably do a different thing and argue that it was good or evil. So I guess that's the beauty of ethics, and by beauty I mean it's kind of screwed, but PA system. Station-main announcements are pre-recorded and played according to a station scheduled rotation. Evacuation announcement cannot be triggered without authorization from Alex Yu. Okay, I don't think I'm going to do it now, because I feel like, well, people should probably know that we should be evacuating, but triggering it now might lead to some chaos. I probably should wait for some arrangements to be made before I click that. Shuttle Advent. Well, I should have read that actually. I should have read that before what I meant. Before it's too late. I thought you needed to know that Shuttle Advent departed just before the first alarms. They did go through the standard inspection, but that was before we knew what to look for. If they land in Seattle with one of those things aboard, I've enabled the shuttle charges. They can be remotely activated from the bridge. It's in your hands, Captain. They will touch down soon. For what it's worth, they have no idea the scuttle charges are enabled. Are you there? Captain Marks, your transcribe is offline. I can't reach you, and I know you won't leave Talos while there's still crew aboard. I know it's a long shot, but if you get this message, contact me. I'm in the cargo bay at the moment. I have a handful of survivors with me. I hope you're okay. From Sarah Elazar. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to use either of those for now. However, there was a file here. Flight log, Scott Parker. Flight engineer Talos I, departure point, TranStar Seattle facility. Captain Tom Cooper. Flight log of their shuttle. Earth liftoff was at 9. Conditions nominal. Pre-check certified. 4 executive passengers. Male cargo. Flight was uneventful until 11:33, when the radar detected an unidentified shuttle approximately 30 degrees off of our flight path at 9,000 kilometers. Its drift and rotation indicated malfunctioning maneuvering thrusters. There was no answer to radio call. Captain Cooper ordered a course adjustment to bring us alongside. As we maneuvered to within 60 kilometers, a second shuttle appeared on the radar in the vicinity. Transponders identified as a military vessel. We received a radio message to resume our original heading. Captain Cooper asked if assistance was required, and the order from the military shuttle was repeated. All highly unusual, but then it got really strange. The captain spotted it first. There was a facility out there, and it was running absolutely dark. No lights, radar transparent. We were too far to see any details, but it was big. Cooper snapped into action, punched a course to Talos and fired the engines. We moved out as quickly as possible. Our passengers were clueless to the entire encounter. Our arrival at Talos went smoothly and the passengers and cargo were delivered safely. So it seems they encountered some kind of a weird facility in space other than this station, which is kind of interesting. And I wasn't really expecting it. Okay, I think I'm done actually. I think I'm done. So, what do I have to do? Scan the coral in the exterior. I could try escaping with Alex's personal escape pod, but as I already explained, I'm not going to do that. But I will check what happens if I try. Like, if I approach it and start fiddling with it, will Alex or January intervene? Will they say something interesting? I'm going to check. Frick, I didn't want to come here, actually. Because I'm kind of interested to see, or rather to hear, what they can say. But I'm going to do it next time, because this episode was more than long enough. So I'm going to save here and actually end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!